Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Let's see if we got anything that'll work. No. 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 Oh man, none of the shoes that I have will work. Oh, wait. Oh, these will work. Will she like them? Or will she just toss them in the trash? Let's get into the numbers. Welcome to the Toy Shop Throwdown, where we can collect toy medals using cool event troops such as the Cookie Pekka, Ram Rider, and Ice Wizard to gain lots of cool prizes on the Toy Shop track, and yes, even a new pair of shoes. Cause who don't like a fancy new pair of kicks? But these shoes come with special side effects. And no, they can't fly. Although wing boots would be pretty cool. No, these shoes zap our enemies, doing destruction everywhere the Royal Champion goes. And the question is the same as always. Should we spend our toy medals on this new piece of epic equipment in these boots, or should we use our medals to buy other options that we have in the toy shop? To make that comparison, we have to look at what we already have for the RC and how we'll be using it to see if it's worth putting on these fancy new kicks. Right now, the most powerful combination, in my opinion, seems to be the Rocket Spear and the Seeking Shield, although there is one other combo we will go over towards the end of the video. And these two pieces are a perfect example of why implementation for a piece of equipment is just as important as damage. Because with the Rocket Spear, we're getting 9,800 in extra damage, and with the Seeking Shield, we're getting 10,000 in extra damage to the 4 targets it hits, which automatically means that the Seeking Shield is better since we're getting more damage overall, right? Not necessarily, not considering the fact that it gives an extra 168 DPS increase and an additional 700 in HP. The Rocket Spear is more valuable than the shield just because it focuses on one building at a time, completely destroying it before moving on to the next defense, while the Seeking Shield indiscriminately hits 4 random defenses, closest to the RC of course, possibly leaving them up to continue doing damage to our troops and heroes. And also there's the fact that the Seeking Shield does literally nothing other than immediate damage. I mean, no DPS increase, no HP increase, nothing. And if we were going to pair the Electro Boots with anything, I'd have to say the Rocket Spear is looking pretty solid to me. But can we get more than the 10,000 in damage that the shield offers? The Electro Boots offer a radius of around 5 tiles, doing 250 DPS to anything within that circle, very similar to the damage done by an E-Titan. So assuming we average hitting 2 buildings at a time with that aura, that would mean the RC would need to stay alive for only 20 seconds in order to reach that 10,000 damage threshold. But there's more to consider here than just the raw damage output offered by the Electro Boots. There's also the bane to every ground attacker's existence, the one thing that we hate the most and trips us up so often, and that's ground skellies. A solid base builder is going to put those skelly traps in a place where they are most likely to trip up attackers, such as near scatter shots, the town hall, and high damage buildings. And while the troops or heroes are being distracted by those skellies, the defenses that are around it have the opportunity to do some massive damage to those troops and heroes. So many times I've had an attack that was right there, but because of a dang skelly trap, my attack was not successful and I ultimately failed. But with the Electro Boots, this is no longer an issue for the Royal Champion. The Electric Aura will knock those skellies out of commission, allowing the RC to rain damage with her spear like never before. So yes, the self-healing mechanism and the HP increase are great, but the damage output is low, But the point being, if the RC can at least last 13.7 seconds, then she does 728 DPS with that DPS boost by the Rocket Spear, which means she can do so much more damage than just the Seeking Shield on its own. And it's my personal opinion that the Electro Boots will help her do that and more. Throw down an invis spell here and there to protect her, and a freeze where necessary, and the Electro Boots quickly and easily take the place of the Seeking Shield. Now, another combination I'm seeing a lot of is the Rocket Spear with the Hog Puppet, and to determine if the boots are better than the Hog Puppet, we again have to ask ourselves the same question. Can those 9 level 11 hogs do as much damage as the boots will be able to do during the course of the attack? And honestly, that's a pretty tall order to fill. Granted, the hogs do go after defenses, and that 1 second of invisibility can distract defenses off the RC, but the longer the RC lasts with the boots on, the more valuable those boots are over the Hog Puppet. So essentially, it will come down to skill on whether or not the attacker can keep the RC alive, and in my opinion, as long as the attacker is decent, the boots will do a lot more damage overall than the Hog Puppet. So are the Electro Boots completely worthless and should just be tossed in the trash? Absolutely not. In fact, I think I'm going to be adding this fashion accessory to all the shoes that I own. Let me know what you think about the new Electro Boots in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a like and share it with anybody who's thinking about buying the Electro Boots from the toy shop, whether or not they think it's worth it. Maybe this video will help. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to watch more content just like this. And until the next video, my name is TipDog20. I'll see you then.